Hi y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Kim here with ReoBrix, and today I am bringing you a comparison video. What am I comparing? I am comparing the medieval forge sets that I did. These are all the medieval blacksmith sets. We have the one from ReoBrix that I did first. We have the one from Lego, which I did, and then we have the one from Funhole. I have reviewed all of these sets, so now what I want to do is kind of compare them side by side, because what I'm hearing from our viewers is that you're comparing them anyway. So let's go ahead and put them all together and look at them. Now, obviously the one that is not being compared, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things doesn't belong. Meaning it does belong, but the one that is different obviously is the Funhole medieval set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how these are the same, how they're different, and just kind of compare them and give you my take on which one I like. Now, the Lego one right now retired. Can't get your hands on it unless you're going to go ahead and buy it on an eBay or a Mercari or get it used from someone. We were able to pick ours up used and get it for a really reasonable price. And the person who I bought it from, thank you, because you have well loved this set, but it is beautiful. It was just like I was pulling it out of the box. It is very well taken care of. I do not see any problems with this set. It's almost like brand new. I'm super excited that I was able to get this. A Funhole set, current. You can get this, although they're switching over to Lumibricks. So realize that this is a Lumibricks set now. I think that you can still get your hands on it. I'm going to put the link down below. And then this one is the ReoBrix set. This is currently for sale on ReoBrix.com. And you guys know we're an affiliate of ReoBrix, so if you can go and support ReoBrix, that would be lovely. But I am going to give you my honest opinion on all these. So let's start off with the comparisons. They are all about the same size as far as height goes. The ReoBrix is probably the one that's the tallest because of these pieces up at the top, but it stands maybe 2 bricks, 3 bricks taller than the Lego version. And then Funhole, again, about the same, but Funhole, their chimney goes up taller than all the other builds. Their roof line is probably maybe 1 brick taller than the Lego set. They all three have 3 different levels. And so there is a main level down at the bottom, which is the smithy, the place where the blacksmith works. It's got a forge. All of them have a lighted brick by the forge. Funhole is obviously over the top. Their lighted forge, it actually dances around and moves and looks like the fire's actually burning. The Lego has one that lights up when you press on a blower from the side. And then we have the ReoBrix version, which is the only one that I really hate the way they have lit up the forge, because it's really difficult to get to the lighted piece, because the lighted piece is one of those ones that the top turns, and they tried their best to get a handle in there, but the handle just really doesn't work very well. And so the ReoBrix one is the one that the forge doesn't light up. 2 of them have a quench tank. There's a great quench tank on the ReoBrix set. They've done a really good job of making sure it is pronounced and it's beautiful. There is a small quench tank on the front of the Funhole set, and Lego does not have a quench tank at all. All 3 of them have an anvil or a sword that is being worked on either on the anvil or on the porch. All 3 of them have a great roof that is put on by gravity so that you can open it up for playability, and the roof is built around the chimney that comes from the forge. All of them have shutters that open, and they all have that half-timbered look that is necessary for this day and age in order to make it look right. All of them have a very small base. The smallest base is the one Actually, I think Funhole and Lego are probably about the same size base, where the ReoBrix base is much bigger. All of them have a staircase that leads up to the second floor. I think that's probably the comparisons that I can make that are all the same. So now let's talk about differences. ReoBrix does not come with any minifigs. They're the only ones that don't. Funhole comes with 4 minifigs in the front, and Lego came with 4 minifigs. Lego minifigs are the standard. They're the best. They're the ones that everybody wants to go by. The Funhole ones are really growing on me. Fantasy has done a good job as well. I did not see a medieval forge for them when I was looking for it. The Funhole Lumibricks set and the Lego set have a jetty over the forge, which my understanding is that is historically correct. The ReoBrix set does not have a jetty over the forge, but they do have the forge kind of stand out from the side so that it's a little bit more pronounced, as well as the chimney jutting out. Now, when I was building these, the one disappointment that I have in the Funhole set is their half timber look is kind of lazy and not as detailed as the other 2 sets. Having said that, it's not bad. It's just there's no masonry bricks. It's very flat, but it does have the half timbered look. It doesn't have the cool timbers that pop out like the Funhole and the ReoBrix set does. The Funhole set has a tree on the side, although kind of a very minimalist tree. And then the Funhole also has these really cool printed pieces with the swords crossing on there. So I really do like all of these sets for different reasons. The second level for all of these is basically a kitchen. They all have like a kitchen eating area, and the third level for every single one of these is a bedroom. The bedrooms are very different. The Funhole bedroom has 2 beds that are separate, one for the blacksmith, one for the apprentice. The Lego set is built around the idea that he is a married blacksmith, and so there's only 1 bed, 1 bedroom in the upstairs. I love the bearskin rug in this one. And then the ReoBrix has a bunk bed up in the top. The ReoBrix has the most room on the inside and the most detailing on the inside, in my opinion. I think Lego got a little lazy with their main floor. They put an anvil on the outside and an anvil in the middle, and there's not a whole lot of detail on the inside. If you look at the detailing in the ReoBrix set as compared to the Lego set, there is a lot more going on in the ReoBrix set than there is in the Lego set. At first, when I started building the Lego, I was like, this is nothing like the ReoBrix set. They're very, very different builds. And then when I got up to the roof level, I started to see the comparisons that people were making. They both have dormer windows. I will say that I like the execution of the dormer windows on the ReoBrix. I like that it's on both sides. I also like that it's angled, where the Lego one just goes straight up and down. I also like the way the ReoBrix topped the chimney better than I like the way Lego chopped the chimney. I like the way ReoBrix did the top of this, but you'll see they're very, very similar. The only difference is the ReoBrix went up a little taller and added a little bit more detail here. Their front, very similar. Their back, if I turn it around, very similar. Okay, so when you look at them, what happens? The half timbered look goes the opposite direction on the ReoBrix set than the Lego set, but they both have these dormer windows. They both have the same construction here on the roof line. They're very similar. So I can get why there is a comparison between these two, but there are also differences, and I appreciate the differences in the ReoBrix set over the Lego set. Now, I will say this, I do appreciate that Lego did a brick built set of stairs over the just normal set of stairs. I also appreciate the fact that Lego put in this really fun tree and well in here as a detail on the outside where I'm not seeing stuff like that on the ReoBrix set. A tree would have gone really nicely right here, I think, even though it would have been in front of the stairs. So the Lego set has a side build. So none of these other sets have a side build except for the Lego set, and it is a really cute horse and carriage. I really do like that idea. So, thoughts. I have built all three of these. All three of these have really good details to them. If I want a great price point and I want lighted bricks, I'm going with Funhole. Funhole is very small on the inside, but their detailing is amazing. Even with a small footprint, it's a great build. Lego, you can't get your hands on right now unless you're paying the upper level prices. And so if you really like the Lego, go with the ReoBrix because I really do like this ReoBrix set. If I'm going to be honest with you, out of all of these builds, the ReoBrix is my favorite, and that is not because we are a ReoBrix affiliate. It's not because ReoBrix gave it to us. I just think there are some really cool details that they have done with this. And the inside detailing, even though I'm not opening this up to play with it, the inside detailing is the best out of all of them. There's just more interesting stuff on the inside of it. So what are my thoughts? My thoughts are all of them are amazing. I'm so excited that we got our hands on the Lego version when it is retired. I am so glad for the opportunity that ReoBrix has given us to build this set. And I love Funhole Lumibricks completely. And so all three of these are fantastic. I'm excited to have all three of them. I'm excited for the similarities and differences of all three of them. And I'm now a medieval fan. Stop this, people. Why are you doing this to me? You need to stop building really cool things that I get excited about, so then I have to have them. Now I need some more medieval sets, and we might have a medieval section in our city at one point. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? Would you pick up the ReoBrix set because you can't get a hold of the Lego set anymore because of the similarities? I would. I would pick up a ReoBrix set. And honestly, if you picked up the ReoBrix set and you like the Lego version better, I guarantee you could probably use the pieces in the ReoBrix set to make the Lego set from the Lego instructions. The only thing you're missing is the parts for the tree, the parts for the carriage, and the minifigs. The rest of it is pretty much there. So there it is, the comparison. To look at all three of the medieval forges that we've got and how they compare. I think that ReoBrix has done enough different parts to this that they get a win for their own design. I think that they have their own design, and although there are similarities to the Lego version, there's enough differences that I think that they've done a good job knowing that a medieval forge is a medieval forge and it's going to have the same ideas for all of them. I mean, historically, you need to meet a certain criteria, right? Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you pick up the ReoBrix? Do you have the Lego set? Do you have the Funhole set? All three of them are amazing. And we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. Like Lego Therapy says, do all the things. We'll see you guys next time.